Star Wars week continues. Yesterday was Revenge of the 5th. If you don't know, there is another day after. May the 4th be with you. And that is Revenge of the 5th. So, yesterday I watched The Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones. Today I watched Revenge of the Sith. Let's get into it, shall we? Now, I do love the original trilogy. I really, really do. Never seen any of the prequels. So this is going to be my first thoughts on the prequels. I like the original trilogy. I don't love it like everybody else does. I do think that the first two films are the best, and the Return Return of the Jedi is the weakest of the original trilogy, but it's still a damn good movie, especially with everything in it. But you can check out my reviews of those in the past few videos that I uploaded. So let's get into The Phantom Menace. This is the one with Darth Maul. We're introduced to Anakin Skywalker, who's played by the kid who was in Jingle All the Way. Now, I am not going to give you the actual plot of it because I'm sure that everybody has seen this by now. And if you haven't, then you've had no interest. But I've been waiting for Star Wars Day to watch these. So, I know a lot of people hate this movie. A lot of people hate the prequel trilogy. I don't hate them. I do not hate them. I think they're fun, and I know that Jar Jar Binks gets a lot of hate, but I like Jar Jar. I really do. I like him a lot more than the Ewoks. I didn't find him annoying, and I wish he would have been in more of Attack of the Clones and more in Revenge of the Sith. Jar Jar is a great character in my mind. He's funny. He's just different from any other character that I have seen. The lightsaber battles in this is fantastic, especially with Qui-Gon. Yeah, with Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan. Great lightsaber fight with them and Darth Maul. Tremendous cinematography. I loved the action. Pretty much when there's an action scene in a Star Wars movie, you got me, because I love the whole atmosphere, and I love just pretty much any action scene in a Star Wars movie. I am in. You have me hooked. Then we get into the actual plot of the movie. And when you actually sit there and think about it, the actual plot of the movie is contract signings, peace treaties, and talking. That's what the movie is. The acting is really, really bad from a lot of the cast. Really, really bad. But what really saves the movie for me is Jar Jar Binks and the action scenes. And Natalie Portman. Natalie Portman as Padme. I loved her in these movies. Well, in two of the prequels. We will get into one of the next ones here in a little bit. But this is not really going to be a review. It's going to be me talking about what I thought of it. And this is going to be a very controversial opinion. I think that The Phantom Menace is the second best of the prequel trilogy. I really think that it is the second best. After I do a review for Solo, I'm going to rank every single Star Wars movie from best to worst in my opinion, and that's going to be its own standalone video. The young Anakin Skywalker is a trash actor. He's bad, he's boring, just like Hayden Christensen was in all of them. But we'll get into more of him in a little bit. This movie gets a lot of hate because it's the bandwagon thing to do now. It's bandwagon. You're supposed to hate these movies if you're a Star Wars fan. You aren't supposed to like these movies. And I'm sitting here thinking, why don't people like the movie? Yes, the dialogue is shit. The script is shit. Especially when it comes to Anakin and the peace treaties scenes. You don't have a lot of good CGI in this movie much anymore. It looks really dated. But for when it came out, and I am going to judge it for when it came out, it was damn good for 1999. Now, was it Jurassic Park, Titanic worthy? No, but it was still damn good for what it was. There's my little review of The Phantom Menace. Not really a review, more of just my thoughts on it. Because for Star Wars, I'm always going to be a Star Wars fan. I like all the movies. Now, we're going to say this right here. I like all the movies that I've seen so far. I still need to see Solo. That's the only... Well, and I need to see the Clone Wars. But I'm not going to watch that because I'm afraid that if I like it, then I'll want to watch the show. And that's already finished. So, whatever. Phantom Menace, for me, is the second best out of the prequel trilogy, and I'm gonna give it a B+. I really enjoy it. I think that it is a very strong film, and I don't get the hate. Now let's get into Attack of the Clones.